everybody, it's Cassie, and I'm just coming to you again today. I want to talk to you about a couple of books, and they're not necessarily banned books. They're books that highlight Native American heritage because November is Native American Heritage Month, and I really want to just highlight these books. They're wonderful books, and so let me introduce you to two of them. Now, this is Fry Bread. It just might be one of the most precious picture books. I love this book. It really talks about the Native American culture. It talks about the food, fry bread, and how food tells the story. I love that so much because food is such an important part of anyone's culture. And so it talks about how fry bread, tells this story. And I love the fact that the author really illustrates how there's no one look to Native Americans, that there's all these different shades and colors and, just it's so beautiful. It's such a beautiful story. And I'll just read a little piece of it to you. It says, fry bread is color, golden brown, tan, or yellow, deep like coffee, sienna, or earth, light like snow and cream, warm like rays of sun. I love this book. I love the way that it's written. And it just has all of these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pictures. I think I read somewhere that the author has sprinkled in there like pictures from his own family. And there's a nice, simple recipe for fry bread at the end. And I love the way that it also talks about how fry bread is placed Alaska, Kansas, all the way to Maine, down to Delaware, on to Georgia, over to Oklahoma, Colorado, and California, cities and lands we call home. And it's just a lovely, lovely story. Fry bread is nation, and then it names some of the different nations in the Native American, from the Native American, culture, all these different tribes and nations, and it's just so beautiful. So if you've not read Fry Bread, if you've not introduced your family to fry bread, I encourage you to do that. Another book, and this is more for my middles. This is The Brave by James Byrd, and it was a South Carolina junior book last year, and I absolutely adored this book. It's so different, and it takes place. This boy, he leaves his school, he leaves his dad, and he goes to live with his mom on a reservation, and he's kind of exploring culture and exploring himself and just thinking about who he is and what he wants to be. And it's just a very wonderful, wonderful story to introduce to your middle schoolers and your even high schoolers. It's absolutely fantastic. And a high school book that I don't have it in front of me, but I've read is Firekeeper's Daughter. Another fantastic book. It kind of sheds some light on some issues in the Native American culture, but it still highlights the culture. And I think it's just so important that when we are talking about representation, that when we're talking about, all these different people, that we make sure that we just kind of amplify and highlight the authors who are representing those cultures and those places. Hey, if you are someone who is really concerned about representation, about, the way that books are being labeled as, censored and all these kinds of things, there are a couple of things you can do. One, you can join the South Carolina Association of School Librarians for an associate membership of $15 a year. And so we welcome you to do that. But also, if you are a part of the public education system and you really want to get involved in this fight to make sure that all students are represented in their libraries and in their books, I ask you to join the South Carolina Education Association. We are committed to making sure that all students see themselves and others positively reflected in books and other resources. This is what we are committed to. We believe that students just deserve to see themselves, and that every person matters, every story matters. And so if you would like to join this fight, hey, join the SCEA. We would love to have you be a part of us. We need your voice. We need your voice to really get this message out, and to make sure our students can always have books like The Brave, and have books like Fry Bread, and so many others in their schools. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic day. And check these books out. They're really fantastic.